Hello everyone and welcome to Mission 5 of the Raven One Campaign for the A-18 in DCS World, where today we've got another training mission, this one with a slight twist, that we're taking up a pilot who is going for his flight leader qualification. So he's not a qualified flight leader, so we're there to give him a hand as we go. Otherwise, the briefing is, as we've seen it before, we're to fly up to a prearranged coordinate, not stray into Iranian airspace, and have a mock dogfight, where we cool when we manage to get a tone. This one, however, does get a little bit spicy later on, so keep watching for that, and let's jump into the training portion.
Leads airspeed, Angels on the right.
2 speed and Angels on the left.
Take a cutaway.
2.
So turn away, ready to start the training session. A little prompt up in the top was from an earlier thing where he made a turn and it gave me the option to comment that it was a bit sloppy. I decided not to comment because I don't think I'm in a position to complain about other people's turns, but it doesn't really seem to go away. It doesn't seem to actually be an option as much as press now to initiate dialogue, no choice. So that's going to come back in a moment.
Tapes on, fights on.
So even though it doesn't do anything, I turn on the recorder there. Turn in towards target. Realise I should probably be in air-to-air mode if I want to have an air-to-air dogfight. Pick him up on radar really quickly. I do get tone at this point, but we're not meant to fire until the merge, so I turn off the Sidewinder seekers just to avoid having that noise blaring in my ears. It came back on. I think I just lost lock temporarily. Now I've turned it off. I've gone to the AIM 120s, which I don't actually have equipped, but it just silences the speakers. Coming in here, he starts to lock me back. We go into the merge. He decides to turn horizontally, I go a bit more vertically. So we're on an out of plane turn here. We both turn in plenty of time. I do temporarily get tone there. The angle was really bad though, and it was so quick I didn't really think that counted, so I left it out. Unfortunately, he then gets really on me after that reversal, and so I'm in a bit of trouble here. Just trying to now go defensive more than anything. He is very close. Because the limitations in DCS, he doesn't actually have the ability to fake shoot me with sidewinders. So the way they've implemented these dogfights in this game is he is actually armed with cannons and he will try and shoot me, and I just have to report when he hits me, if he hits me. So in all likelihood, if he did have the sidewinders, he would have got me back there. That tone I had was just on the sun. Normally the FA-18 is really good at rejecting the sun, but this time it gets a bit confused for whatever reason. Once again, he's right on me. This is a perfect shooting position for him. I think he does actually fire his training cannons there. They are tracerless, but I did see a little bit of a puff coming off from it, so it may have been he was shooting there. Also realise at this point we are getting really very close to the hard deck. In fact, there we have just dipped below the hard deck. I'm a bit nervous about him at this point because the AI does have a habit when you're doing these low-level dogfights of just forgetting that the actual ground is there. So I'm trying to drag the fight up a bit while still staying evasive. So we go a little bit vertical, two-circle here, just purely horizontal, sorry, purely vertical rolls. I do start to gain some angles here. I think I have deployed flaps. I don't know if he has at this point. My landing gear is just objecting because with my flaps deployed it thinks I'm landing at this speed.
Fox 2, you
Get
know
good
the
tone.
Overdo your turns.
Elevator, crash, flares.
Try to work on that. We'll cover it in the debriefing. Continue.
So there we get the two voice stabs at once. As I said, it was prompting me before. I thought I had the option just to not complain about his ever so slightly sloppy turn. Apparently not. He does then say that he chaffs and flares, which is the normal protocol here. We do go right below the hard deck as we're going out there. He almost bins it completely. So I pull off him. He does say continue, which is why I continue trying to engage him. He didn't ask for a reset. So I stick on him to try and get the second missile, but at this point I'm just trying to lure him back above the hard deck. Again, DCS limitations. He doesn't respect the hard deck, he doesn't know it's a thing, so I have to kind of police it for both of us. As we're coming back here, I am in a better state than him. We're both pretty low on energy, but I managed to whip the nose around.
Continue.
Nicely get another simulated missile off on him. That is my 2 simulated missiles, so now I switch to guns. Again, it does wait a while before it lets me push spacebar again. So I'm just trying to stay on him, try and stay in the fight while I've got the guns selected. Really just waiting for when it lets me make the next shot. And just put the picker over him there, and that's guns.
Lead, knock it off. Take a cutaway.
He requests to take a cutaway, but I am below Joker fuel, which was £7,000. I'm actually at 6.6 thousand. So I called Joker there. Should have probably called Joker a little bit sooner. I was trying to at least finish the fight. Anyway, so we re-establish, climb up to altitude.
2. Let's stay up in the blade land for a
I
while.
do take-
Bring it west and switch marshal.
So we do climb to altitude there. Then stuff
Let's bring it
happens.
west. Now. Prince, you up? Prince, bring it west.
Raven 412, strike. Vector west for airspace.
Roger, strike. Stand by. Prince, wake up! Prince, nose down. Push your nose down. Get your mask on.
Raven 412, this is Alpha Whiskey on guard. You are approaching Waterloo Red. Turn left heading 240 immediately.
Prince, wake up! Strike, 402. 412 appears to be incapacitated. He may be hypoxic. We're steady heading 044 at Angels 28.
402, strike. Say again.
412 appears to be incapacitated, possibly hypoxic. We're steady on heading 044 at Angels 28.
Roger, 402. Stand by and turn left to 240.
Alpha Whiskey, turn left heading 240 at once. You're approaching Waterloo Red.
Strike. 402 is declaring an emergency. I can't turn left because my flight lead is incapacitated. I'm next to him on his wing. Get a Raven rep ASAP.
Roger, 402. Emergency declared. Stand by.
Prince, wake up!
Flip, Cajun, what's going on?
Sir, Prince is unconscious. I think he's hypoxic from taking his mask off. We're at Angels 28 with altitude hold and heading into Iran. Actually, we're in Iran.
Raven 412, this is Bushia. Approach control on guard. You have violated Islamic Republic airspace. Please return to international airspace at this time. Thank you.
Boucher, Raven 402 on guard is declaring an emergency. The pilot of Raven 412 is incapacitated. He appears to be unconscious.
Flip, shout at him. Thump him if you have to. Are your feet dry now?
Yes, sir. I've been shouting at him, and we've been feet dry for some time now.
What are you carrying?
Nothing but CATMs, sir.
Is he moving at all?
He twitched a minute ago. Stand by.
Raven 402, Waterloo Red, Waterloo Red.
Raven 402, state your fuel.
4.0.
I actually only have 3,600 pounds of fuel here because I waited a little bit too late to call Joker.
What luck, Flip?
No change, sir. You monitoring strike?
Affirm. How far in are you?
About 20 to 25 miles.
What's your pressurization showing? How long has he been out?
10K, and it's been about 15 minutes now. We had just finished a fight and climbed to altitude. Strike, are you working with a night?
Raven, Knight. Radar contact, picture clean.
Roger, Knight.
Raven 402, Bushia approach.
Boucher approach controlled. Raven 402 on guard.
Raven 402, Bushia, do you require assistance?
Boucher, Raven 412 appears to have a cockpit pressurization leak, and the pilot is unconscious. Request you move away traffic ahead of us and to the north.
Thank you, Raven 402. Bushia has your request. Interceptors are inbound to assist escorting you out of Islamic Republic airspace.
Flip, Cajun. Status?
No change, sir.
Try to nudge Prince sideways using your slipstream or hold him with your wingtip if you have to, and make him turn.
Roger. Break. Knight, 402 is spiked from east, 29. Picture.
402, single group, walk 354-4269, haunt. Looks like they're the bogies out of Boucher.
402, roger.
So I do try and push him with my slipstream here. I'm not sure if that's modeled. I don't really want to hit him with my wingtip because I'm worried about how that would be modeled in DCS.
Knight, I am spiked southeast. Fulcrum, picture.
402, Knight. Picture clean to the southeast. Single group 356 for 257. Hot, medium.
402, roger.
So flying alongside him here, trying to force the turn, really don't want to tap my wing on his. Not sliding under him a little bit. Then starts to get locked from behind. 29 right there, can just see its contrail when I glanced over my shoulder. And he goes down. Takes a hit right in the back.
They shot down 412. I'm engaging a bandit to the southeast.
Say again?
412 is shot down. Didn't see a shoot, and I'm targeted. Turning to engage. .402 is engaged. Visual.
Very quickly go into air-to-air mode, but there's not too much I can do on account of not having any guns and only having the captive training A9s. So even though I get the perfect shooting opportunity here, I can't do anything about it.
Knight, I'm one circle with a single-seat twin-engine fighter, canards and swept wings.
So this Su-33 flanker here that I'm engaging thankfully doesn't seem to have any more missiles, but he does have guns that he fires at me there. So we're in a weird dogfight here in which I can't shoot back, but he can absolutely shoot me. And then on top of that, I am really, really low on fuel, down to less than 3,000 pounds of fuel there. Which means that awkwardly I can't really do my best, because normally I'll just engage full afterburners, give myself the best thrust that I can. Really can't manage that here. I do lose track of him, he flips behind me. Thankfully he overshoots. He is flaring a lot, as obviously he doesn't know the AIM-9s that I'm carrying are captive. Do manage to turn things around a little bit. I do switch on to arm mode there. I want to double check whether in fact I am completely out of guns. Just in case something's a bit weird and I do have bullets loaded, but no, it turns out I don't. Which is a pity, because here I'm winning the dogfight. Do get a pretty nice firing solution here. Could have taken the shot if I had any weapons. So right now at this point my only defense is to stay on this guy's 6. If I'm on his 6 he can't shoot me.
402 is defensive, running low on fuel.
Altitude.
So really hoping that I can just get a maneuver kill here. As I said, the AI is not great when it comes to low-level maneuvers, so I'm trying just to annoy him into plunging into the ground. Which would be very convenient, but he doesn't seem to want to here. Yeah, I'm sticking on his tail for now. Just trying to keep a bit of a lag pursuit going. Just so I can keep the angles here, keep behind him. But he does start to slip away here. He's doing some very aggressive barrel rolls, and the 33, like the 27, really can whip that nose around wherever it wants to. It's also a very good handling low speed, so he does manage to break away here. Creates enough room that he can come round. He does squeeze off a couple of rounds. I managed to jink at the last moment, so those miss. But I've lost all my advantage here. Could see him on the replay there. I lost track of him at the actual time. He's gone high. So I've completely lost track. I am trying my best to continue turning, trying to check between my 6 where he should end up and ahead of me where I think he is. But thankfully the bandit breaks off at that point, and so I can level out and desperately try and head back out of Iranian airspace.
Knight, Raven 402.
Go ahead, 402.
Knight, 402 is low fuel state. The bandit disengaging. I don't see any other bogies. Didn't see a shoot or get a beeper on 412. There's a column of smoke on a desert floor. Believe that's him. Get a tanker out here now.
Roger all, 402. We'll pass to Mother.
Picture.
Stand by. 402, picture. Single group, rock 015427. Medium, track northeast.
Roger. Declare.
Hostile, no factor.
Roger. Departure. Raven 402 checking in with low state. Texaco, you up?
Red Eye 704 is up. Coming to you, Flip. We're up on 34 X-ray.
Roger. 3-4 X-ray. Buster. Knight, better get Switchblade out here.
Roger. Already en route.
402, Red Eye 704, what's your state?
Fumes.
Yeah, roger that. We're at redline airspeed.
There's nothing else for me to do but try and head towards the tanker.
Yes, sir. On bingo descent. Red Eye joining.
Roger, glad you're okay. We'll let you fly the jet. Get out when you have to.
I think Prince is gone, sir.
Roger, take care of yourself now. We'll talk about it when you're back.
At 402, Red Eye 704, we're 10 miles from your posit.
Roger that, Red Eye 704. Descend to Angels 5. Keep your knots up.
Roger that, Raven.
On my mark, bring it south. Keep her at 300 indicated. I'll join up.
No worries, Raven.
Red Eye, bring it south.
Yeah, Red Eye 704, bringing it south.
So follow him around here. He's pretty much doing a U-turn. Do at least have altitude, but not a lot of speed. Eventually form up behind him, but I'm now down to 600 pounds of fuel, which really isn't much. I am very nervous at this point. It has been a rather long mission so far, and I am very much worried about this. This is kind of the highest pressure refueling that I've done. I am very tense at this point, trying to line up here. You can already see that I'm not really in the best way. Too many oscillations, and I end up completely messing that up. So back off, take a deep breath, try again. Very much aware that I don't have many attempts at this before I am completely out of fuel. Managed to get good contact there. Very temporarily take fuel,
is plugged and receiving.
but not enough.
Roger, red-eye.
U.S. Navy warplanes, you are leaving the Tehran Flight Information Region and Islamic Republic airspace. Contact Bahrain FIR on frequency 317.5. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Please come again.
So we just got mocked by Iranian ATC there. But I do manage to lock on there and start getting a decent amount of refueling. You can see I'm still very, very much not steady right now. Bouncing all about. This is giving me a bit of fuel. This does in the end take me several attempts to refuel, but I do manage to get enough that I make it back to the carrier. I do just ignore the wave off command. I'm exhausted at this point. Land there. Managed to actually get down, and so yeah, that was a very long, very tense mission. Would be nice if I could have some actual weapons going forward. But anyway, the campaign is definitely heating up, so I hope you join me next week. If you enjoyed that, please do like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff, and otherwise I hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers.